Hello and welcome back. My name is Brian with the Accounting Guys. Today we're going to be looking at how to sell finance and insurance products through Lightspeed outside of a sales deal and a couple of different ways to do that. So let's jump in. All right, so we're going to jump straight into Lightspeed on this one. So we're going to go to sales, lists, extras, and fees. And most of the time, you're going to have finance and insurance products set up as an extra or a fee. And a common problem that or a question we get from dealers is, I sold the unit already and I finalized my deal, and they came back and purchased the extended warranty later, or the different product, they didn't do it at the same time that they bought the unit. So what is the best way to do that? Now, there is a way to do that in parts and a way to do that in service, but it starts to adjust different numbers and it's in different places. And so the best way we've found is to create a separate sales deal with the extended warranty or service contract or whatever the product is on it. And we'll go through a little bit that in a second. But then that allows you to still show that in the same commission reports, assign it to the right people, and it stays within that sales department. We have done instances of creating a non-inventory part or just a miscellaneous receipt type, and we're happy to walk through those with you as well if you'd like to call in or schedule time to walk through that option. But this is our suggested option when you're selling an F&I product outside of the original deal. Lightspeed is working on a way to do that. I'm not sure when that will be available, and we'll hopefully be able to see that come soon, and we'll post that information once it's available. But as of right now, there isn't a separate menu option for finance and insurance or a separate individual sale option for a finance or insurance product. So one question you might have is, well, if I'm going to create a deal, I have to attach a unit to it. And that is correct. You can't finalize a deal without a unit. And so is that going to mess up my reports? Is it going to count as an extra sale? Unfortunately, yes. And it depends on what report you're looking at. If you're looking at the doc report, it's going to count as an extra account depending on where you're mapping things in the financials. If you're looking at your dashboard in your desktop and you've come in here and you're looking at your sales counts, yes, it will count as another sale. Make sure that you know what report you're looking at and what's included there. But we want to create a deal, and some things to kind of help us limit or filter them out. We're actually going to create a major unit sales category for extended service contracts. So we would come in here, make this be service contracts or whatever you want to label it. Here is the description. And then in here, it's going to say we need to create a sales category to map all of these items in. So we're also going to go to our sales categories, and we're going to find our same sales category for service contracts. So here we have our service contract. So for that line, extra line 2, we want to make sure that that is still extra line 2 for our service contract. Everything else isn't really going to have an accounting entry, so it doesn't matter as much what you put. But you could create another sales category that allows you to map it in here. Right now we're just going to put other because these fields won't be used, but we would probably suggest making one for service contracts or a clearing account in case somebody does the deal wrong. So now we have our major unit sales category, and it's linked to a sales type. When we create our unit, we're going to put the same information in here that was on the unit that they purchased. So we can put the stock number, the year, make, model, and the same VIN number, and then the category will then be that service contract category. That way it will create that filter, and we can build reports that will filter out the service contract major unit category. And so when you create your deal, go here, we'll go to our deal, we'll do a new deal. You're going to find that same unit, and then it will allow us to track, and we can see the VIN number, the customer, when was it sold, and we get all of that information that we'd want to know about the service contract. And this is why we suggest that you use a sales deal. So it takes a little bit more mapping, There's a couple of extra steps so that you can sell it through a sales deal, but you're going to have all the information you want, the VIN number and all of that, versus if you do it in parts or service, it's not all going to link the same and you have to come up with other fields for it. And so now that we've got that mapped, we could add the unit in and do it just like a regular sale. There just isn't going to be a price or a cost. And then here you can assign the same, who would receive credit for that sale. All right, so we've talked about if you're selling a finance or insurance product after the original deal, basically we want to create a new deal with a dummy unit, or the unit being the same information as the unit that we originally sold them. However, the major unit sales category listed on the unit should be service contract or F&I products, so that way we can filter those out of our other reports, and then we just put it on a regular deal and we only put the price and cost on that specific item that we're selling, not the units. And so that allows us to keep it inside of the same department, assign it to the right people, give us the right information. If you're wanting us to help you with mapping, usually we can map that within 15, 20 minutes and set it specifically for you. So feel free to reach out to us for that and we can help you do that. But the goal here is to be able to keep the process the same in the same department versus doing something really complicated over here or just in back-end journal entries. So again, we'll look forward to hopefully having Lightspeed release the option or a module so that we can just sell that individually. But until then, this we've deemed as the best process, and we've worked with a lot of dealers who see that as the best option for now. All right, that brings us to the end of this video. Our favorite videos to make are the ones that are suggested by you. Be sure if you have an idea or suggestion to leave that in the comment section below. Also, if you'd like to sign up for some training or need some accounting advice or support, be sure to go below as well for our contact information. Thanks for watching.